Hello, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another anti-haul. Anti-haul! Who's excited? I'm excited. Bowie is super excited. So I went on trend mood as everyone does. Saw some stuff and I'm gonna talk about said stuff that I won't be buying. So the first thing I want to talk about is the Jackie, Aina, and Anastasia collab. Not because I'm not a fan of her, because I love her. I love me some Jackie, Aina. That was so bad. That was really bad. But I love her and I think the palette looks really cool. I love the names of the colors that she chose. There's one called Dwellers. I can't say it. Credit, there's Ginger, there's Zam. I'm butchering every single shade. Like the only one I can probably say is like Pinker Soleil Big Wig. There we go. When I see it, I definitely see Jackie, Aina. It just looks really cool, but as a makeup consumer, there has to come a point where you look at something and you can appreciate for what it is, but then you can kind of see like, hey, I already own oranges in my collection. I already have purples in my collection, and you don't need to keep buying products, especially if you want to support an influencer. You don't need every single influencer collab. So as much as I can appreciate the Anastasia and Jackie Aina collab, I know that I don't need it. This next launch, as I was scrolling through Instagram and I saw the promotional images, I honestly did not know who this person was, because it just doesn't look like who you think it is. So Kim Kardashian is launching yet another boring, uninspiring collection. This one's inspired by 90s and it's so damn boring. Everything she's launched is boring. With the exception of the body foundation, I thought that was kind of like cool but very unnecessary, but it was like, I don't know, I just, not for me, but I can appreciate it for what it is, especially for women who have skin conditions that they want to cover every once in a while. Like I could see how it would be beneficial for some, but unnecessary for others. But this collection looks so freaking boring. It just reminds me of old school MAC, which is probably part of the inspirations. A lot of cooler undertones. So there's grays, there's taupes, there's kind of a khaki green, and then there's another palette that has warmer colors, there's oranges, there's browns. Like it's just stuff that we've seen before. Even the lipsticks just look like every other lipstick that she's launched. There's eyeliners, just browns and blacks. Might as well just, I don't know, I feel like ColourPop has those colors for a much cheaper price. But the promotional image, it doesn't even look like Kim. Like what the hell? Who is this lady? It's Kim Kardashian, but it doesn't look like Kim Kardashian. It's just, I thought it was another influencer. I thought it was somebody I didn't know. Who this? Seriously. The next thing I kind of want, but I know I don't need, especially because it's not even for my skin type, is the new Fenty Hydrating Foundation. I'm so glad they finally released a hydrating version of their foundation because the shade range is incredible. But the Pro Filter Foundation in itself is for someone who has very oily skin, and even though that's me, I have very oily skin. So little goes a long way with the Pro Filter Foundation, because otherwise I just look like a very dry cakey mess even if you have oily skin. So I'm very glad that they finally launched a hydrating version. When I first saw images, I actually thought that she had launched like a tinted moisturizer, and I was like, oh, I want that. But now that I realize that it's an actual foundation, and I barely wear foundation nowadays because I'm so lazy and I just like the look of concealer where I need it. I am wearing foundation today, so I'm being a little hypocritical, but this was for an IGTV tutorial. I'm gonna go to Sephora. I just want to swatch my shade and see how it looks, because if I apply a little bit, then maybe I can make it into a tinted moisturizer. But I don't need it. I really don't need it. This is like the two sides. Like, I want it, but do I need it? No, I don't need it. So right now I'm gonna say I'm not gonna buy it. I'm gonna try to be responsible. Hopefully the swatching doesn't convince me otherwise, because Fenty does have a really good yellow undertone foundation for fair to light skin tones. 105 and 130, both of them are, they're great. Pale Mexicans, we can wear it. So you guys know that Milk Makeup is my favorite brand. I freaking love Milk Makeup. So they just launched new highlighters. They look very glittery, very dramatic. Like, they look really pretty. They look cool. Packaging's on point. It's the Flex highlighter. It's part of the Flex collection. Oh, they also launched a foundation stick. That one I need because I love anything in a stick and it looks really cool. So I'm getting sidetracked here, but the highlighter itself looks cool. I just don't need it. I do like the colors that they came out with. There's a picture with swatches on different skin tones and the highlighters look good on all three skin tones. Like, that's pretty cool. But once again, highlighter is something that I don't wear all that much. Like, today I'm not wearing anything and you can already see that my skin, since it's oily, it looks like I highlighted, but honey, that's just oil. That's oil and sweat because it's hot as hell in my room. So yeah, I'm gonna try my best not to buy these Milk Makeup highlighters. They look really nice. I can appreciate them for what they are. You guys killed it, but I don't need it. I don't need it. This one seems a little ironic to include in this video since I'm rocking an all orange look, monochromatic look, but the ColourPop orange palette, I've gotten so many tags on that palette because you guys know that I love me some orange. But this palette is another thing that, once again, I can appreciate for what it is. It looks like a really nice palette, definitely very me, but there comes a point that you just see these shades and you can almost pinpoint similar colors that you have in your collection. Like this guy, this is the Huda Beauty Coral Obsessions. Like, it's practically just oranges. There is that burnt orange that's in the ColourPop. There's a brighter orange. There is another like lighter orange. This guy looks similar. There's a shimmery orange, actually two shimmery shades. The only thing is there's no pressed glitter, but at the same time I don't need pressed glitters in every single color. So I have this. It's very similar, very nice quality. ColourPop has really nice quality eyeshadows as well, so that's the reason I'm not gonna get it. In my last anti-haul, I mentioned Pac-Man, and I guess they're on really high demand because there's another Pac-Man collection, this time with Essence Cosmetics, and this one's even more boring than the last one. Like, they literally just slapped on the Pac-Man characters on packaging and called it a day. There's nothing, I see no inspiration from Pac-Man. Like, where is it? Like, I'm trying to figure it out, but I just do not see anything. It's so unoriginal, so pointless. The eyeshadow palette, like at least Wet n Wild tried by making it colorful. Essence didn't. Who's in charge of this? Seriously, the eyeshadow palette is just neutrals. There's nothing, absolutely nothing in this collection that screams Pac-Man. After seeing two Pac-Man collections this year, I do not want to see anyone else do a Pac-Man collection. This is another launch that when I saw it, I thought it looked really cool, but I hate palettes that come in really bulky, oddly shaped packages. Like, as much as I love the old Kat Von D, the Saint and Sinners palette that I still have that looks like a stained glass, it's just so damn bulky. I can't really store it all that well, and this one looks even bulkier and more odd. This one is by the brand called Glamlight. They're the ones that make the food themed palettes that look really, not really, they're freaking gimmicky as hell. But they released one that's super colorful. It's very cool. It looks like a painter's palette. Like, It looks cool. It just looks so inconvenient. I guess Painter's palette, they have a purpose, but I don't think that purpose is for makeup. Like, even as a makeup artist, I'm trying to think when I freelance, like, would I be using something like that for freelancing? And I think I would just keep it on the table. Like, I wouldn't use it as an actual painter's palette because it would be kind of inconvenient. It's a weird shape. I do not like that. But the colors themselves look really cool. It reminds me a lot of the Morphe Pride palette. So this guy was released earlier this summer. It's amazing, really great quality. I was pleasantly surprised. And last but not least, we have a Morphe collab. Actually, we have Morphe and Jeffree Star. For me, every single Jeffree Star item makeup collection collab could end up in an anti-haul. I just do not like him. He's just not a person that I want to support. He's not someone that I respect. He just, for me, is very aggressive, very vile. I can't. I really can't. But so I'm gonna just talk about his collab with Morphe, not his own makeup line, this collab, and leaving the Jeffree Star out of it, just seeing the palette for what it is. I don't like it. The only shades that I like are the two greens, that kind of pukey green and that more like aquamarine seafoam green. But the pukey green looks very similar back to this palette from Morphe. It looks super similar to this guy from the Pride palette. Like, I'm seeing it and it looks almost identical. And then for the other half of the palette, it's just pinks. It's like a fuchsia pink, hot pink, there's an orange, and then a lot of shades that look very similar. They're kind of like a Makeup Geek peach smoothie. Like, there's 3 colors that look like they could be that same shade. Like, it's a little bit unnecessary. I don't like how many shades are similar, and I feel like they wouldn't work for every single skin tone. Like, I could see some of those lighter, kind of peachier shades, kind of skin tone shades, pulling a little ashy on a woman of color, especially if they have more of a redder, cooler complexion. The last 2 rows are pretty cool. Like, they would make a pretty cool palette, in my opinion. Maybe they could have done quads. That green corner is actually really cool. The palette itself, it's not doing it for me. All right. That is it for this anti-haul. Let me know what you guys are not going to be buying in the comments below. If you're brand new to this channel, first of all, thanks for watching, and second, make sure to subscribe to see brand new videos from me. I'm gonna get going now. Thanks once again, and I'll see you guys very soon in my next video. Bye!